Wow, the chicken looks so tender. Grabe! Ang sarap! Today, I will be showing you how to make the main course of your Noche Buena. And of course, dessert.
Hi, I'm Juju, and I'm here to show you how to prepare a delicious holiday feast. So if you want something new to cook this year, watch this Christmas episode of Straight from the Expert. Let's go! Let's get started.
After we've made our appetizer and our drink, it's time for the main dish as well as the dessert. So today we will be making chicken kachaturé. And this dish is actually very similar dun sa chicken caldereta or chicken afritada natin. But again, the reason why I'm cooking these specific dishes is to introduce to you different flavors with a very familiar taste. Ayan, we'll just lightly season it with salt and pepper. Smoking, it's smoking. Okay, ready. Let's give our chicken a nice sear now. We want our chicken skin to be this color. As you can see, golden brown na siya. We'll let this cook for about 3 to 5 more minutes on the other side, and then we'll do the rest, and we'll be back once we place all of the vegetables in. Okay, so let's set that aside, but in the meantime, let's get on with sauteing our vegetables. So, onions go in first. So, saute this for around 2 to 3 minutes. A lot are asking kung ano dapat mauna, yung sibuyas ba or bawang. Usually, for most Filipino dishes, inuuna talaga natin yung bawang para makuha natin yung toasted flavor nung bawang. Pero in this case, mas gusto natin umangat yung pagkatamis nung sibuyas. As you can see, the onions are translucent. At this point, you can add in your garlic. We'll cook this for around 2 to 3 minutes again. Habang naluluto yung garlic, add in some tomato paste. Gusto natin palabasin yung natural na sweetness ng tomato paste. So kapag naamoy niya siya tapos medyo matamis na yung amoy niya, you know it's ready. Nakook out na yung raw flavor ng tomato paste. Next, we can go in with our peppers and mushrooms. So yan, as I said earlier, this is a one-pot dish. Especially when you're cooking for a big batch of people, ngayon Noche Buena, it's good kasi less yung kalat magagawa nyo pag niluto nyo yung mga dish na ganito. Ayan. We can add in yung herbs natin. So we go in with some thyme. Siguro konting-konti lang, pampalasa lang talaga. And then go in with some oregano. So siguro sa pag-add ng mga spice na to, dito nag-iiba yung caldereta natin, yung afritada natin dito sa chicken kachaturé. But like I said, very similar pa rin yung lasa niya. It's still a tomato-based stew. And then we can also add in a couple of sprigs of rosemary. So we can just keep this whole, tanggalin natin yan mamaya. So usually what they do with chicken kachaturé, they add in olives. Lagyan natin ng konting olives. Then, personally, I like the flavor profile of capers kasi it adds a nice tartness, I would say. Parang may konting asim siya. So, it adds to the complexity of the whole dish. So, lagay tayo siguro konting-konti lang. You can see here, dito sa pan, may mga sediment na nakadikit sa baba. So, at this point, we can deglaze it with some white wine. We're gonna need about, let's say, 1 cup. So to make our sauce even more flavorful, we'll be adding some chicken stock. So chicken stock is chicken broth. You can also use chicken cubes or chicken powder. Then we're also gonna be adding some tomato puree or tomato sauce. So ito na, basically ito yung sauce natin. And let's season it with salt and pepper. And also add in some freshly cracked black pepper. Yan. Pwede rin normal black pepper. Hindi naman kailangan freshly cracked, but mas mabango siya. Let this simmer along with your chicken pieces. So, babalik natin yung chicken natin dito. Now that all of our chicken pieces are beautifully seared, ibalik natin siya dito sa sauce. So, the sauce and the chicken can absorb all of the good flavor that we've built up here. So, now, we will allow this to simmer for around 20 to 30 minutes or until the chicken is nice and tender. Now, 20 minutes have finally passed and ready na yung ating chicken kachaturé. Wow! The sauce has thickened up very nicely and malamang yung chicken has already absorbed all the flavor of the sauce and so has the sauce absorbed all the flavor of the chicken. This looks good, so let's get to plating. Okay, now let's give our creation a try. So, lipat muna natin to on a plate. Add that sauce. Wow, the chicken looks so tender. That's a sign that you've made a good sauce if it's glistening. So, nakikita niyo dito, parang kumikin yung sauce niya. It's a very good sign. Okay. That is so good. Para siyang apritada na mas maasim ng konti. Very familiar yung lasa niya. Feeling ko pasok na pasok to sa panglasa natin. Especially since medyo in-adjust natin siya, nilagyan natin siya ng konting sugar. You can also serve this on top of pasta or noodles. Ay, panalo talaga yung dish na to. For sure, kapag sinerve nyo to sa Noche Buena, ay magugustuhan talaga ng mga guests nyo yung dish. Let's now move on to our grand finale, which is our dessert. We are making mango tiramisu. So, let's get cooking. So as we know, a lot of Filipinos love mango float. This is a good alternative sa nakasanayan nating mango float. So different execution, but very similar ingredients. So first, let's make our whipping cream. Usually, it's better to have a hand blender. But since we have this big whisk, ito na lang gamitin natin. And you don't want to over-whisk this because baka maging butter na siya. Personally, I'm the type of person that is not gifted when it comes to baking and making desserts. That's why I really love these kinds of meals because it's so easy to prepare. Actually, walang baking required for this dish. And it can serve a lot of people. At the same time, yung mga ingredients are very accessible and relatively, I think, affordable. When the cream gets a bit thick, we can add in our icing sugar. So as you can see, it's forming sort of soft-ish cheeks. At this point, we can add our vanilla extract. This is a completely original creation in terms of yung paglagay ng dried mango. I just thought that it will provide a different type of texture and flavor sa ating dish. So, what we're gonna do now, para hindi masira yung whipped cream natin, we're just gonna gently fold it in. There we go. Ayan. So at this stage, pwede na nating iset aside to and work on our broas, which will be used as layers for our mango tiramisu. Traditionally, tiramisu is made with a mixture of coffee and liquor. But we want to make this siguro kid-friendly. Instead of dipping it in coffee and liquor, gagamit tayo ng condensed milk and evaporated milk. So yan, maghalo lang tayo equal parts ng evaporated milk tsaka condensed milk. Ayan. Actually, it's best if you just eyeball it. Tikman nyo muna, of course. Ayan, let's give it a good mix. Okay, now that that's mixed, we'll set this aside. And then, pwede natin hiwain yung ating mangoes. Now that that's finished, we can add our mascarpone cheese. So very similar siya actually sa cream cheese. So hindi siya masyadong maalat, more of a creamy type of cheese siya. We can fold that in to our cream mixture. Now that na-prep na natin lahat ng ingredients natin for assembly, so lilayer na natin yung ating broas. So gagawin natin first step, broas, dip lang natin dito. Siguro mga 3 seconds, okay na yan. Yan, layer lang natin one by one. Now that the first layer of broas is done, we can now layer on yung cream filling natin, pati yung mga mangga. Okay, so let's build it up. So now that our cream layer is done, pwede na natin lagyan ng ating mangoes. Yan, very generous. Dito ka lang makakita ng mango float na may ganito karaming mangga. Then next is, papatungan natin ulit ng ating broas. So rinse and repeat. So we finished our last layer. Pwede na natin siyang i-top ng ating cocoa powder para lang medyo gumanda siya ng konti. Tap it around the dish. Ayan. Mas nagmumukha siyang tiramisu ngayon. We can finish this with more mango slices on top. As much as possible, just try to make it as nice. Ayan, dahan-dahan lang. So this is our mango tiramisu. So let this sit in the fridge for about 1 to 2 hours until mag-set yung cream niya, at the same time mag-rehydrate yung ating broas. So look at the cross-section, guys. I'm so happy with how this came out. Grabe. So, sige, tikman na natin. Grabe! Ang sarap! And then, okay, to be honest, guys, first time ko gawin to, yung ganito na recipe. Hindi ko talaga in-expect na ganito pala siya kasarap. So, super happy with this. Make this for your next Noche Buena, please. You won't regret it. Grabe, ang sarap. Okay, so our holiday feast is now complete. So for our appetizer, we have our chicken liver pate. For our drink, we have our Mexican horchata. For our main dish, we have our chicken kachaturé. And for our dessert, we have our mango tiramisu. I'm extremely happy with how all of this came out. And I can say with full confidence that if sinerve nyo to sa mga guests nyo or even to your family, talagang mapapa-wow sila. Okay, so guys, enough talking. What are we waiting for? Let's dig in. Merry Christmas!